Folks, we're in the Chambers Academy field house here at Torbert Allen Field. I am here with my buddy, Eli Wharton, our defensive player of the game. Eli, congratulations, pal.
Thank you.
A pretty big night on the defensive side.
Yes, sir. We had a great game plan coming into this. Thank Coach Dillon. He was all over their playbook. He had script, so we were kind of prepared for what they were going to run.
Tell me about, because people are going to ask, tell me about the first play when they broke the ball up the middle. What happened on that play?
Yeah, we just, wasn't reading our keys as we should have. But, we talked on the sideline, got everything figured out.
Did they stack two blockers in front of the quarterback on that play?
Yes, sir, I'm pretty sure.
And just hit the hole and and we were a little bit tight. As we saw very quickly, the offense really took over. I mentioned this stat, and I'll probably mention it to others. We scored 4 touchdowns on 9 offensive plays, so it was a pretty dominating night.
Yes, sir.
From a defensive standpoint, Eli, I've seen you play a lot. You play well every week, but I'll tell you tonight, buddy, you had a little extra fire going on out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I saw a couple of plays where you really racked some people up. I saw one guy try to jump over you, and that didn't work out too well either.
Oh, no, sir.
Tell me about the game as it kind of got out of hand at the end of the first quarter. I mean, these are big, strong kids. They got a lot of pride at that school. Did it get chippy at all? Or everybody pretty calm?
No, sir. They're pretty calm. I got to give it to them. They didn't give up.
I agree.
They played hard every play, and they were real strong.
Well, the thing, Eli, as we sit there and we watch these games, and we've seen a lot of big scoring matches, big scoring games from our point. The team speed that we have on this offense is just amazing. I see you downfield always. I see Gooden downfield. See Drew downfield. I mean, it is amazing to me that basically everybody on our offense can run.
Yes, sir. We've done it forever, and it doesn't really change. Just the formations change a little bit, but the plays are all the same. So once you get really trustworthy of those plays and trust the coaches, it's really easy to play full speed.
Well, you were talking about Coach Dillon, and I was out there. We had a timeout call, and I was just in the binoculars looking down the field. He had the iPad out, and he looked like he was trying to solve a lot of things.
Yes, sir.
And he's an intense guy, but a calmly intense guy to me. And we love working with Coach Dillon. How does his demeanor change in a game when things aren't going so well, and how does his demeanor change when things are going real well?
Well, even at the start of the game, even if we're up 52-0, he never really gives up. Like he plays every play or coaches every play like it's the first. I mean, he's a great coach. He never gives up.
Well, that's what I would have anticipated you saying. It's like I think the mentality of this team is just to believe in each other and let that athletic ability and you're just blazing speed across the board. Now, before we let you go, I got to ask you about one other thing. You had one big running play tonight. Did you really slow down and try to step on that guy into the ground on the play?
Well, I just saw him coming up behind me, and I know I'm not the fastest of the bunch, so I just tried to get him off of me.
Well, it was a heck of a play, man. I love watching you play. I love all these kids. We really enjoy this group. Buddy, we're going to drive up to Montgomery next Thursday and play in the 7 p.m. game for a second in a row championship.
Yes, sir. Job's not finished.
How does that feel?
Oh, it's great. We're hungry for another one.
Well, I heard a lot of conversations. I heard it from your dad, Drew's dad. I heard it from Coach Allen, Coach Jackson, and Coach Nesmith. It was an incredible week of practice, and everybody was dead serious about tonight.
Yes, sir.
I think it showed pretty well.
Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, we're just sitting here watching Bessemer. In my mind, I thought it was an upset, beat Fort Dale, so we're going to be playing Bessemer for this championship next Thursday. I know you'll be ready. I know your teammates will be ready. So you're going to get to hang around for a little while. We're going to talk more running back in just a second.
Yes,
but
sir.
Congratulations, Eli.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Folks, we are back in the field house again here, and we are celebrating with some guys who had a very big night tonight. We have a collection of running backs who know one speed, and that's real fast, and that's real powerful. So we're going to just kind of go around the room. Listen, we love all these players. These guys are very special, all of us too. We're glad they're in here as our last game of the year. Some of these guys, it's the last game that they'll be playing here on this field, but we got one more to play in Montgomery. So let's just make sure, introduce yourself. TJ, go right ahead.
My name is TJ Daniel. I play running back and outside linebacker.
TJ, I'm going to ask you a question before you pass it. Tell me about the offensive explosion in the first quarter. How did that just feel watching this offense click?
They came out scored first and everything, and we had to always bring the ball down, and we knew if we score, we were gonna stop them eventually, and yeah, we just clicked on all cylinders.
We scored 4 touchdowns on 9 plays, just so you know how quick that start was. Pass that over here to my buddy here. All right, here we go. Go ahead,
my name's Jacob Norgard. I play running back and outside linebacker.
Jacob, one of our senior running backs as well. Jacob, buddy, it was another big night. I'm always amazed when I see you make that corner, turn that speed on, and I did see you throw a big old shoulder and some running under some defensive backs tonight.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your long run.
I normally always try to get the edge because I was blessed with speed, and
that's an understatement, just so you know.
Yeah. Well, and then I seen that dude come up, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to just lower my shoulder, and I'm gonna do what I do.
Listen, it was a big stick, and I'll tell you one thing that we talk about with the coaches all the time. It's just an amazing thing here, the speed. We may not have a guy who is like just the dead sprinter. I mean, you would certainly be close to that, but that dead just breakaway guy. But we got a collection of guys who know how to run.
Right.
They know how to turn it on, and they have absolutely great quickness.
Right.
And buddy, congratulations. We're going to go to Montgomery next Thursday.
That's right.
And we're going to play for our back-to-back championship, just in another class. So we'll do that. Let's pass this one over.
See y'all.
Congratulations, bud. All right, Luke, do the right thing and introduce yourself for people who don't know you.
Hey, my name's Luke Tarver, and I play running back and inside linebacker.
Luke, another big night, buddy. You showed a lot of that speed and quickness on a couple of big long runs tonight. Just tell us about how it. We got behind by 6 really quick. Mm-hmm. Any concern on the team, or did you guys just line up and say we got this?
Oh no, we stay calm. We had a false start. They brought us back first and 15,
right.
And really doesn't stop us.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, man, the defense played dominant tonight, but this offense was just such a quick strike. I mean, it was just like all you guys. The reason we wanted you to get in here is just talking about you guys having your hands on the ball. We had Aiden pick off a pass. Who else picked off a pass tonight? Aiden and Hunter. Hunter had picked off a pass. So we had good defensive play and just incredible offensive production from this group in this room. We talked about this last time you and I were together. That's Coach's Show. It's the last one on this field for you.
It is. This is it.
Yeah, but one more that really counts next Thursday. So we'll be looking forward to seeing how that one works out.
I hope I know how it works out.
I hope you do too. Pass that back to Landon. Go ahead and introduce yourself there, Landon.
Name is Landon Hand, play quarterback.
Landon, another big night, buddy. Great quickness, great ball control. Just tell me about the game, how it developed. I mean, the offense was just in control, and I have to believe that your big offensive line was a huge part of that.
Yes, sir, they are. Nothing would be possible without them, and had a rough start, but we knew how it was going to go.
Tell me about the throw. We had one call back from Cameron last week, but you got him wide open. I told Chet during that play, I said, to me, the biggest worry about that was being not wide open. I mean, there's no pressure. It's just there, and you got to catch it. And you put it on, you threw a dime.
Yes, sir, thank you. He was open. The outside corner came up, and I knew he'd be there.
Yeah, nice 44-yard strike. That was outstanding. Let's give it over here to Hunter. Go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
My name's Hunter Andrews. I play quarterback and outside linebacker.
Well, Hunter, tonight we'll start with the interception. It was a great pick. It looked like you had the ball read all the way and just stepped up and took it away from the receiver.
It ain't nothing we ain't done at practice. So work on it all week.
Well, it was – I think both the interceptions came at great times. They're just momentum breakers. this is not a team that's going to quick strike. Monroe, on all the film we've watched of these guys, they're going to grind the ball out. It's going to take them time to score. And it doesn't take us very much time. And you got that ball back in great field position, and away we went. So it was pretty quick, pretty easy. Congratulations. Love seeing you handle the ball. As a matter of fact, we even got our number 3 quarterback on the field tonight, didn't we?
Yes, sir, we did. Cody McManus.
That's great. Good to see him out there.
McManaway.
McManaway, that's right.
McManaway.
Good to see that. Good to see a lot of the young guys. Go ahead and pass her down there, Hunter.
My name's Eli Wharton. I play plug and DN.
Well, Eli, we've already talked about it a little bit on the big run, the big stiff arm. Every week we struggle to pick players. There's so many guys on this team that you could bring in here and interview. You can bring anybody that basically plays on the field. They do such a good job. But again, from an offensive standpoint, great run tonight. I thought you did an outstanding job blocking on the line. What was the mindset of that line? Did it just come out and just decide to destroy Monroe's big line early?
Yes, sir. We were always taught to get low, be the lower man, and the lower man always wins. So that's what we try to do when we're going up against bigger guys.
Well, there's a lot of line wins tonight. It was just an incredible performance. Congratulations, buddy, on the defensive award, and congratulations on being in here.
Yes, sir. Thank
you.
you.
Big running back too. Let's get to our last guy here, my buddy Jack Nelms.
I'm Jack Nelms. I played running back and outside linebacker.
Well, Jack, again, getting a hold of the ball, turning it upfield. Took a big hit there whenever there's a little bit of rotation on the offensive line. The guy came through.
Yes, sir.
That's a little different.
Yes, sir. We had swapped around the line some, but I trust them to block for me.
Sure.
And I stick it in the hole, whether it's there or not.
Well, look, man, we saw you put the shoulder down and run hard. It was a great night. Look, great speed. We saw you break that. Did you break the run when it was maybe 3rd and 18 or something? Is that the one that I remember popping through there?
I can't remember, sir.
One of those plays, I think, was you running. It was outstanding, buddy, and you had a great night. Also had a big hit on a kickoff, I believe, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I had that first kickoff hit that we got down there. Got him, I think, around the 20-yard line.
Big momentum play, I think, actually, for that, to kind of score, get the ball kicked again. And we also saw, was it Kobe Watley maybe did the same thing on a kickoff? I think Kobe came back and tattooed a guy. So. Look, man, it was just it was a dominating performance, and I just want to say congratulations. We love you guys. You're great athletes, and you're really solid people. We're going to miss a lot of you, but the ones of you who are coming back, we'll just try to do this a lot next year as well. So, folks, we are sitting here at 11-1, and we're going to go to Montgomery next Thursday night, and we're going to try to win state championship number 4. Our 2nd in a row. So, guys, congratulations. We'll be right back with Coach Allen, folks. Folks, welcome back. We're in the field house once again with head coach Jason Allen. Coach, we just put the finishing touches to an 11-1 season so far. We've got one more to play. We're basically mirroring last year's season so far. I'd just like to take it one more step.
Yeah, that's the plan. We want to go one more time.
We'll go to Montgomery, and we'll try to do the exact same thing and win 12 in a row and bring home a championship. And I do believe this is the first time we have a chance to play for consecutive championships.
No. 2018 we won it, and then we played for it again in 2019 and lost.
Gotcha.
And then we played for it again. That's right. That was the only time.
So it would be our first ever back-to-back championship, even though we're going to be in 2 different classes.
Correct.
All right, that's great.
And that was our goal at the beginning of the year. Is we wanted to be the first back-to-back state champions in school history.
Outstanding.
And we wanted to be the first 3A state champions in school history. So we still have both of those goals ahead.
Well, that is really kind of a cool thing. And, it's amazing to me. We're talking about the never before having played Monroe, and I think that when we're talking at the coaches show, they've always been a 3A team, and we've kind of been 1A and 2A. We've moved back and forth, and now we're in the same league. And Coach, tonight's game, we mentioned that first play, popped it open, scored early, but from that point, it was really a dominating night by your team.
Yep, the first play we misfit a quarterback keep off a power look, and just kind of didn't get to where we needed to get to at the linebacker position, and they popped it, and hats off to them. But I tell you, I was really proud of our kids. we didn't panic. We didn't fuss at each other. You know, we just went about our business, and our kids believe in what we do, and you know, that's a sign of a good football team.
Well, Coach, we were really excited as we got to the end of the first quarter. I mean, that first run, you know, you don't expect that, and it kind of takes your breath a little bit, but it just turned really quickly. And I was telling Chet and David and I were just talking, we scored 4 touchdowns on 9 offensive plays in the first quarter.
I didn't realize that. I knew we scored a lot after that, but I didn't realize that many in 9 plays.
The you know, the possession time was just overwhelming to Monroe, and it didn't matter. We were just scoring every time we touched the ball with giant long runs. The other thing I will tell you, we were just under 400 yards of offense at the break. So overwhelming offensive game plan tonight. Your offensive line just dominated.
Yep, they've done that all year. Even in the game we lost at the beginning of the year, I thought we definitely won the line of scrimmage. And, you know, I'm just real proud of those guys. They've really embraced one another and what we do, and just really they're selfless in the way they play the game. And then, I mean, we got some really good running backs. We got a lot of weapons, and I think they really enjoy blocking for those guys.
We just brought 7 guys in here to touch the ball tonight, Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about that. There's 7 guys, and we got 3 other guys who carry the ball at some time. It's just an amazing group. They all have such great talent. I mean, they're different runners. There's a difference in speed. There's a difference in power. But what they all do is they really get committed when they touch the ball, and they will all blow somebody up whenever the defense tries to tackle.
Absolutely. How about the run TJ made on the counter down the left sideline? I mean, he doesn't get many carries in a game, but I mean, he could be a lot of teams starting tailback. And right now, he's kind of playing behind Luke, and but he's never fussed or complained.
Coach, it's amazing. I saw him put on the brakes there, just kind of watch the guys run by. You know, his head is up. He understands. He's got great vision and great instincts. Cuts the ball in the middle, and he's in the end zone. Yep. And, you know, your quarterback, we talked Tuesday at the coaches show about the quickness. It's just elite quickness from your quarterback. Mm-hmm. And then we get Luke outside. He makes that little 2-step cut, and he's just gone. I mean, he's just a dominating guy on the offense. And then not many teams have a starting guard who's going to get the ball and score on a 28-yarder, Chet, something like that. And then you got a guy who plays defensive end and in the slot for you, runs for 30. You know, it just doesn't stop. These guys are really exciting when they touch the ball.
Yeah, I wish I could space these guys out and put one in 10th, one in 11th, one in 12th. But, you know, this is not the way it works.
Yeah.
But it's just been nice to know that, and Luke, somewhere in the middle of the first quarter, he's coming out and TJ's going in just because Luke needs to catch his breath and watch the game a little. And that's just a great luxury to have a guy come in that can break it at any time as well there at the halfback position.
Sure. And, Coach, tonight, I also thought that your defense, played really well. I mean, the Monroe team had one big play. They had 2 6-yard rushes in the first half, and that was basically the extent of their offensive production.
Yeah, well, they are really. I mean, they had some strong kids at the line of scrimmage, and our kids had to hunker down and be ready to take that on. At the same time, they had to worry about getting trapped, and so that kind of puts you in conflict. And they got a 240-pound fullback.
Yeah.
And so they presented some problems, but I thought our kids, the longer the game went on, the more we got comfortable with what was happening, and we did a better job.
Well, I thought your defensive line just settled in really after that maybe the second series. It just seemed like they really settled themselves down and took control of the defensive line of scrimmage. And, Coach, I saw you rotating. I saw Jacob come in and play some defense. You put some younger guys in the second quarter. It was just good to see that whole line not break down. They just kept playing tough. And, your defensive ends, Eli had a monster game. Drew had a monster game. It's like we say every week, we could bring anybody that got on the field in here and interview them. And it's a really tough pick. But, boy, some of your young guys played really well tonight, and basically all your seniors played well tonight. Got on the field and did a good job.
Yeah, I challenged the seniors, and I talked to them all week about this is the last time you'll ever play on this field. And they played us on this field as many times as they could. They gave themselves a bonus every year of 2 games in the playoffs, and
right.
I said, we're not losing tonight. We're going to finish this thing off in style, and they could say they never lost a home playoff game, they can. Well, they did. Yeah, they lost one at Clark Prep. That's right. But they played every opportunity they could. They here at home, and those younger kids, I'm telling you, you can make a case that they're playing better and better. That second group on defense,
wow, yeah.
and they probably played more snaps the last 5 games than our starters have.
Well, and you see those guys play meaningful football. They're not just running out a quarter or running out 2-minute drill. They're getting a quarter's worth on film. They're getting coached, and they're learning to play the game in a real game. I mean, this is a second-round playoff in 3A, and you got a lot of guys out there learning how to play better.
Correct, and then there's no replacement for experience.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, we're going to play as we watch this win tonight by Bessemer against Fort Dale, Coach. When will you guys sit down and just start seriously game planning for that game?
In the morning or tonight? Well, we've already played them once,
right.
But we didn't play them. Their quarterback didn't play.
Right.
So I know they're going to be their thing. They're going to be believing all week is, hey, we can beat them with a quarterback. And then the thing we've got to challenge our kids is we're going to see a different team with their quarterback in the game. So, we're prepared to play. We've played for both Fort Dale and Bessemer, so we have a great game plan to look at because we got to see ourselves play them. And but of course, they have that same film as well,
right.
So they'll be able to correct their mistakes. I've been in this situation before. We were in it last year. The team that loses gets to make the most adjustments because things didn't work. So. We have to take that into account, Sid, and we'll make some adjustments and we'll do some things different as well. But, the team that loses has the advantage in that department.
Well, Coach, I mean, these guys, they're going to come out and they're going to play us for a title. And, Coach Jackson, I spent a lot of time with him last year, the week before the championship, and he kept saying to me, it's a championship game. The speed is different. The breathing is different. The kid's mindset's different. Mm-hmm. It's just not like any other game. You got to go and be mentally prepared as much as physically prepared. And I trust this team and I believe in this team. But we're not going to win by just walking on the field. We're going to go up there and play well.
No, we got to earn it. If you remember last year, it was a lot tougher playing Banks the second time around. In 2019, we beat a good Southern Academy team by 3 touchdowns in the regular season and lost in the state championship game. So, championships are hard. They're always hard. And we got to put in the work, and we got to be ready to play this Friday. They're not going to give it to us.
Well, I think we will get ourselves mentally and physically ready, Coach. The good thing, I think, too, is this team, your young guys over there, they understand that. They've played in this game. They've won this game, so they've got that to count on as well. So I expect us to get our minds right and get up there and get after it next Thursday around 7 p.m.
Yep, me too. And I hope everybody can come to that game. We always have great support, and this will be the last time you get to watch a guy like Luke Tarver and some of these guys. Luke Tarver is a kid that grew up on this field, grew up right before our eyes here, and has really just blossomed. And we may not see another football player like him around here for a while. And Jacob Norgard and TJ, Aiden Anglin, who is just really persevered. He's having a monster year in the secondary.
Really is.
Jonathan Caulfield, who I'm so proud of, has never started a game for us and has stepped in and become our center and just done a phenomenal job this year. Tyler Popwell, who plays in a backup role but just has never complained his whole career, has played football his whole career, and just a great kid. And then Jesse Barton has come in this year, his second year, and really just been a consummate team player and practice player. And they're just a great group of seniors, and I'm really proud to have been their coach, and I hope we can go one more time with them and cherish it and finish this thing out.
Well, you've said this a couple times in our coaches show. You talk about how much you've enjoyed this team. It's a good group of kids, and they are coachable and all those kind of things. It's the same way with us. I mean, it is a good group of young guys to be around in our role, and they're always cooperative. They're always, like you say, not always they're mature, but they're always mature with us. We love them to death, Coach. And look, congratulations. We're going to go play in our 9th, I guess, or 10th, or whatever it is, championship game. We're going to try to win number 4.
That's right. That's right. And I hope y'all all be there. And just remember, it's always great to play for the CNEA.
Absolutely. Call my name tomorrow morning.
We'll try.